Good evening, welcome to Repair. So tonight I am working on a Nintendo 2DS. It's obviously a little bit scratched and marked and things. Clearly a child's been using this for a while. It all does work. I've turned it on. I've already tested it all the way through. It has good battery in it. However, it has been sold as having a faulty port. Now, I've got a cable adjuster here, and I can show you that that is the case. So plug in, and we get nothing. It does look to be damaged as well, so I would say that it's just been obviously plugged in and pulled out too many times. There's a little bit of play in it as well, and all of the above is obviously the cause of our issues. So we're going to tear into this and unsolder the charge port, solder a new one on, which we've got just here. So we'll get that done and go from there. So first thing we're going to do is get this open. So we'll jump straight into it. So this is the battery compartment. There's a little tab at the top here that you can just get your nail under and pull it up, just like that. And then we've just got to literally take the battery out and work our way around the screws. Not the biggest deal in the world, but it just takes a little bit of time. So what we're interested in is all these black screws. They're the same length, so you can't get them mixed up. It doesn't matter where they go back when you do go and reassemble. So I'll just quickly work our way around. This battery compartment does look a little bit gummy, so I don't know if we've had a leak battery or something at one stage, maybe. I don't know. But it does all work, so I'm not going to stress about it right now. Just move these screws out of my way. So that is our top one's done. Move on to the bottom half. Now, a nice thing about these is once we've got all these screws out, it will just pull apart. They are such a lovely console to work on because they are just so easy and they're very modular. So just lift this out. There is a ribbon cable under here, so you just need to go very steady. So our ribbon is just here, if you can see that. So just lift this little black connector up and it will just pop out. And I tell you now, it is a pain to get back in, so good luck when you have to do it. So next thing we'll do, take these blue bits off on the button, because it'll fall out anyway. And then we'll need to remove these. Now, these have got two little springs in, these L&R buttons. So when you remove them, just be careful, put your finger over the hole, because when you lift up, the spring will ping off and you'll lose it. So let's do that one. And come on out you go. That one, there we are. So that's that done. And now what we're after is all of the gold screws. So we'll just disconnect our cable and then we'll undo all of these gold screws. And this motherboard will more or less come out in one piece. So get these ribbons out. Lift this one up, take that one out. Just do that quickly. Lift these up, this one. So these are our front two screens. I'm not sure what these are for. This one's the home button. I'm not sure what that one is. I think that's the headphones jack or something along those lines. I'm not sure what that one either, actually. And then this one's our joystick at the top here. So we'll get this one disconnected. So we are. So again, if you had a joystick problem, you would just disconnect that cable, undo those two screws, pop the whole thing out, and pop a new one in. It takes a few minutes. So again, we're going to work our way around all the little gold screws. Nearly all the screw holes are marked as well. There is the odd bit missing here, so I don't know if someone's opened this up before, maybe. So if you look here, there's a little pin that's holding it up. Goodness knows. Take this one out. I'm just going to do all the screws. Next one. There is quite a lot of them, so I apologise now. This will take you a little bit of time to do. And something like 15 screws holding this in. Now either side this blue thing. Now these ones are different sizes on the blue thing, so just keep those to one side. So they're two slightly shorter ones. So what we've got to do is just carefully lift this up, and hopefully I haven't missed any screws. I always do that. There's always one left. There we are. drop that off. So carefully lift this up, and the blue bit will come off, and the whole board will lift out as one complete piece. So just turn that over. So there's our charge port, headphones jack, front camera, speaker, all the contacts for all the various buttons and things. Let's put that off to one side. And then obviously if you do want to change out independent components at this point, you can. So your D-pads are here. There's your two home buttons under that one. Your joystick if you want to change that one out. And your other various buttons are on the front. And then this will lift out as one complete piece. I'm not going to do it because it's a pain to get back in and I've got to remove the joystick. But you can get to the screen very easily if you want. I didn't actually realise, I assumed this was two screens when I first looked at it. It's not, it's just one big piece. So actually it is a doddle to change if you need to. Anyway, let's pop this to one side and we'll move on and we'll get this charge port desoldered. Let's get the hot air on. And a pair of tweezers and see if we can get that off. I've done the most of it now. So it'll just take a minute to heat up. Our temp's set at 430, so it shouldn't take long. There we go. Turn that one off. Doesn't look too bad. Right, so back to where we were. So let's get a nice couple of solder blobs on these legs. So just give my soldering iron a quick clean off. Okay, nice clean tip. So we'll just get this into position. Here. Let's do this side where I can actually see. So, the 4 pads at the front are done. I've just done these 2 off camera because I forgot to press record. So that's all soldered on now. So let's just grab our charger cable. So I should have some LEDs on this side, hopefully. So let's just plug it in. And there we go. Got a little orange LED just over here. Let's just unplug that so you can plug it back in again so you can see. So there you go, got a little orange LED just over here. Right, so now we've got our port changed out. Let's start the reassembly process. So I've got our front piece. Let's just quickly tuck these ribbon cables back through as best we can. There we go. I've got quite a few ribbons that need to be brought through, but first thing we need to do is get this speaker into the right place. So that's done. So I've got one here. Okay. And I've got another one just here. So that's all the ribbons in the right places. Everything pushed down. I'm conscious that this piece needs to go back on as well, so we'll just put that one on as carefully as we can without losing any ribbon cables back through the board. Just line that all up. Right, so that's all lined up. Now, I did keep my screws all sorted, so I've got 2 shorter ones here that came out of these top 2. So, another one just here. So that piece is now back in. So what we'll do is we'll get a few of our screws back in and then we'll start our reassembly. So there's quite a lot to go through the board, unfortunately. So we'll just work our way around and get all these back in. I'm not going to make you watch it all, so I will just speed this up a little bit whilst I screw all these back in, and then I will come back to you. Right, so that is everything fixed back in. Let's just lift these little clasps up and then we will feed our ribbon cables back in. This is a bit of a fiddly job, so tweezers are definitely the way forward. So we're just going to work our way around one at a time. And put all these little ribbons to attach. And then we've got our main ones. That's attached. Next one. That one's attached. Next one. This one's got a different type of clasp on it. So we'll just do that. It's locked in. Last little one up here for the joystick. This one's going to be a bit more of a fiddle because it's at a bit of a weird angle. Come on. Not convinced that's fully in. Let's just do this again. Okay, that's all in. And then the ones for our screens. So lift the lock up, slide the ribbon in, and lock down. Save this one. Come on. And lock down. Cool, so that's that connected back up. What we'll do is we'll just get the top piece put back on. I'm not going to fully fix it in, I'm just going to pop it on there. But actually I won't do that, I will get some of my triggers and things put back on first. So let's just quickly do these. Oops. So I'll just do our left trigger first, which is actually going to be this side because then the wrong way up. So you've got to line your spring up, which is the little fiddly bit. So it'll probably be easier to put the spring on this side and then see if I can align it afterwards maybe. Maybe not. Let's try the spring on this side and see if we can align it that way. Okay, now let's do our spring, which is in a completely the wrong place. I wonder if it's worth trying to get it onto the end and then manoeuvring afterwards. Okay, that's all now. There we go. That's one. I'll do the other one now. I'm sure that'll argue with me as well. And that does seem to be the way to do it though. Sort of thread it over the end of the button and then manoeuvre in after that. Come on. There we go. So this one's actually the wrong side of that. There we go. Perfect. And then we've got the switch over here to put on, which I think goes that way up. No, maybe not. Maybe it goes that way up. There we go. Let's align this button again. Now I understand how to do it, it's not too bad. Oops. Just making sure you get that button the right side. Right, so let's pop this on here now. Make sure that's in the right place. Before we do that, we've got to connect this ribbon up. I feel like I'm missing a lot. Let's try. Take 3. Right, it goes that way up. Cool, right. That all looks perfect. Something doesn't feel right here. Okay, well, we'll slot it on and see what we've missed. Let's connect this ribbon up, and we'll just come back to that in a second. Latch up, ribbon in, most awkward fashion in the world. You want to look. Try that again. Sorry, I'm going to have to turn this around. This may or may not be on camera now. It's just really awkward to get to. There we go, that's in now. Lock this down. Why won't you lock down when you're in that position? There we are. Okay. Right. What we'll do, before we do any further assembly, we'll just pop our battery back in. Like that. And I'm just going to stick this on charge and see what happens. Let's grab our charge cable and get the right one. Hopefully it is charging. That's brilliant. Right, let's just turn it on. There we are. Phew, thought it wasn't going to work then. Good, and it is showing charging up there. So that is absolutely perfect. So let's just take this one out here, turn this back off, turn it back over. And what we'll do is we'll just get our last screws in to this tab, of which there are lots. Let's do all these bottom ones first. It's just that moment of, have I repaired this correctly? Is it going to turn on? Rest of our screws. battery in, back on, and final 2 screws, and then we're all done. So there we go. That is now one very repaired charge port, which looks significantly better than it did. So let's just plug it in again, just one final time, just to confirm. And there we go, lights on, so that's perfect. So there we are. So if this video has been helpful to you, then please subscribe to the channel, drop us a like, press the little bell icon to get future notifications, and yeah, leave us some comments and questions and give us some love. Yeah, if it's been useful to you and you've helped you repair your own device, then let us know. It would be really nice to hear some feedback on it. Anyway, thanks for watching.